And all right, we've got some baffling stuff to get through today, but hello. Welcome to the Black and Orange channel. I am here 365 days of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. So just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe, so we've got a safe community here. And we have a great community. You guys are amazing, and you're so kind to each other. Thank you. Thank you. Also, your astrology forecast is available on the channel. Just click on the name of the channel and just look at uploaded videos. And yeah, every week now I'm coming up with a 2 to 3 minute video. Just tells you the astrological influences for the week. Simple stuff. Okie dokie. Okay, I'm just going to jump in. Doxy Lover, Chicago girl here too, far north side. Hello, I see you. Oh, Ricky. And the star of the show, the inspiration behind the Elvis Presley hit, Love Me Tender, Boo Boo Zen Kitty. Oh, we might have to, oh, thank you. We might have to disturb him later. Maybe just give him a little pet. But right, okay. Whew. Wow. Terrence saying industrial strength Catholic. My mom's like that. That's good. It's not a bad thing. Just, yeah. And even though I'm not Catholic and haven't been for decades, my family is, and I still come here. Welcome to the first day of Lent. Welcome to Ash Wednesday. And I still find myself simplifying and then setting a goal for the 40 days. And it's just natural to me. So I just do it anyway. It's like, okay, okay. Anyway. Oh, thank you, Kay. Thank you, everybody. All right. Tigress, maybe Boo Boos and Kitty will make an appearance for us today. Oh, yeah. He's down here sleeping. But it's rainy and sorry. Gotta get the rack. Hang on. Okay, it fell down. It's raining, and this rain is supposed to turn icy. It's 33 degrees. It's raining, so at the moment it's still rain, but whew, so all the cats are all curled up. Anyway. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Three minutes, 45 seconds. You've seen Trump's latest campaign video? Trump's latest campaign video threatens, he is threatening, I've watched it twice. He is threatening to use the Department of Education and the Department of Justice to discipline wild children in schools. Or those who are playing hooky. Small government, everybody. States' rights. Even going so far as to send in the National Guard for swift punishment. Okay, here's the thing. You big idiot. You don't control the National Guard. You have to get the governor of that state to approve it. To approve the use of the National Guard. Oh, and he wants to give drug dealers a death penalty. Quick trial. So I wanted to share something with you, and it's rude, but I've had enough of this guy. So forgive me if you need to walk away for a couple minutes. I'm going to be very rude. I want you to see this video. This is Trump. Share screen. Okay, this is him, right? I'm not signed in, but it doesn't matter. All right.
Will end the leftist takeover of school discipline.
Okay. Do you guys know who Hank Green is? Hank Green, the science guy. Love Hank Green. Love, love, love Hank Green. He was explaining, Hank Green in one of his shorts was explaining that in the human body, you know how if you do exercise, you get muscle fatigue, right? Well, apparently there is one muscle in the human body that does not get muscle fatigue. One. I assume like your diaphragm or something? No. If you'll excuse me for bringing it up, your sphincter. And I cannot watch this guy talking without thinking, okay, Mr. Sphincter Mouth.
Discipline and juvenile justice. Many of these carjackers and criminals are
Am I wrong?
13, 14, and 15 years old. I will order the education and justice departments to overhaul federal standards on disciplining minors. So when troubled youth are out in control, they're out on the streets and they're going wild, we will stop it. The consequences are swift, certain, and strong, and they will know that. We'll end the leftist takeover of school discipline and juvenile justice.
And what's wrong with this right eye, by the way?
Carjackers and criminals are 13, 14, and 15 years old. I will order the education and justice
Did he grab a woman by the blank and she
federal standards on disciplining minors? So when troubled youth are out in control, they're out on the streets and they're going wild, we will stop it.
Please. All right. So he's also, the reason I went, one, because I'm feeling rude because I've had it with that guy. But he was talking about how they're going to dismantle every gang in the country. Every gang. We know where they are. We know where they live. You're going to dismantle every gang in the country. Really? Okay. And the death penalty for drug dealers. Okay. So what about people who are using prescription drugs illegally? What should happen to them? Oh, I'm sorry. That's you, from all accounts. This jerk is never getting back into power. That's the good news. But yeah, Deborah, then why didn't he do it when he was in his illegitimate office? Oh, Kathy DeLaw saying like the police need any more excuses to shoot people. Oh, he's going to be reviewing and making changes so that the law is no longer being applied racially. Think it through before you agree. Oh yeah, Mr. Oops. Oh, and he's calling his whole redo, refresh Agenda 47. Page of Cups, 10 of Cups, Star. You're not getting back into power, you cretin. You rotten human being. You destroyed children's lives, mental health, parents' mental health. You tried to bring fascism to America. You failed. You're a jerk, and you're going to lose. You can take your Agenda 47, and you can find 47 different places to put it. So, now you're thinking, Kitty J says, anyone taking this guy seriously? Some. Okay, so you think, all right, well, that's that. Okay, fine. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? The Alaska guy. Oh, here we go. Let's move number 8 up. I want to share this with you. And we are, I know some of you are like, I don't get the astrology thing. I don't care. I'm going to teach you one thing about astrology that you're going to understand and you're going to want to know. All right. Because this is directly related to one of the stories. I'm going to explain to you what has gone horribly wrong with this person. So 11 minutes in. Alaska State Representative David Eastman, not Trump's Eastman. This is Alaska State Representative David Eastman stunned his colleagues. There is a video. I'm not going to share it. There's a link in the description to the article, and you can, if you want to see it, I'll just tell you what he said. Alaska State Representative David Eastman stunned his colleagues this week by making the case for the potential economic benefits of fatal cases of child abuse. I'm sorry, what, the French toast? What? Okay. Quote. This is a direct quote. Okay. In the case where child abuse is fatal, obviously it's not good for the child. But it's actually a benefit to society because there aren't needs for the government services and whatnot over the whole course of that child's life, Eastman said. When asked if he just said child abuse deaths could benefit society, Eastman replied, "I'm talking dollars." He said that instead of a child's death being a net cost to society, quote, it gets argued periodically that it's actually a cost savings because that child is not going to need any of those government services that they might otherwise be entitled to receive and need based on growing up in this type of environment. Unflippin' quote. Alaska Republican State Representative David Eastman, ladies, gentlemen, and gentle thems. Yes, indeed. Okay, first of all, that's heinous. I think if you have yeah, okay. Unless you were raised in a tree, I think you know how heinous that is. So I heard that. Melbourne, $2. Thank you. Thank you so much. We need to get a bigger swear jar. I hear you. Melbourne, grim bleeper, grim bleeper, grim bleeper. Yeah. Okay, so I heard that and I was like, okay, number one, I'm not surprised. We've heard similar things. But number two, my second thought was, I need to see this guy's chart. What is in this guy's chart that would make those words come together and come out of his cold, stupid face? So the first thing I want to share with you is a picture of this guy. I just want you to see him so that you know, so you can recognize him. So if you see this guy, there he is. If you see this guy, that's who we're talking about. Okay. And let me show you something. There are good and there are bad sides to every sign of the zodiac. Every one of them. I am a Sun Scorpio. If you think I haven't heard all the bad things about Scorpios, I would like to correct you. So we don't have a birth time, but his date of birth, date, year, and where he was born is public record. Good deal. So I ran his chart. And this is what we've got. The first thing when you look at a chart, first thing you look at is the sun. What sign is his sun in? Your sense of self. It is in fast-moving and air sign. There are a lot of Geminis kind of behaving badly right now. It's Trump's a Gemini, right? So you can kind of see how Geminis, if they go bad, can be a kind of callous. They're communicating. They're moving quickly. They're skimming the surface. It's an air sign. It's going. It's like, excuse me, you need to think this through. But this is where this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. This sign here, this weird looking, it's like a bed. It's like a fat person laying on a bed. That symbol, that's Libra. That's the scales. And the good or bad thing about Libra, good or bad, is that they see both sides of issues. When Libra goes bad, it has, let's say, thought experiments. It's going to see both sides. It's going to, well, I could see it from this perspective. I could see it from that perspective. And even, there are Libras who are amazing diplomats. And there are Librans who are indecisive because they see the good on both sides, and then you have people like this monster. He sees the other side of it. And what it is, it's that he's got his moon in that seeing both sides Libra, and it is in the very same place. That's his moon is there, so his emotional needs are in the same place also as Pluto, which is all about power. And down here, this is Taurus. Taurus' second house rules your own money. The opposite sign, Scorpio here, rules other people's money, taxes, things like that. Pluto rules Scorpio, okay? So Pluto, god of the underworld, where the gold is, where you want the power, the plutonium, and it's even if without a birth time, the guy is still, the moon only moves 13 degrees a day. He is a moon Libra. And chances are that his Pluto is conjunct his moon even widely. So that emotional need to look at both sides, it's shot through with energy about power, wanting power, intensity. Yeah, that's not good. And the moon here is possibly widely, but it's square, so that grinding motion between the moon, his emotions, and Venus, which is what and how you love. And what kills me is that down here, his Venus and Mercury are in Cancer, which is the big mom of the zodiac. Mom knows best. Yeah, I if you watch true crime, you know how that can go. So this blankety blank. See, he doesn't have to be this way. There could have been somebody born 2 seconds after he was in the same hospital who would have a completely different life because of a different surrounding, different upbringing, but also because they made different choices. This jerk has just embraced his inner airy, fast, speeding past, not thinking things through, looking at both sides, and, well, the power is what matters. The money is what matters. This is this jerk. Kathy says that he feels the free to express such horrendous thought is frightening in and of itself. Yeah. Yeah. Robert Sars says, Mommy dearest. Hippie Gypsy says, I'm a Cancer son. Yeah, and you're probably a good person. But when we know what happens when Cancer goes bad. Yeah, Lucky Girl, what the flying? Yep. Yep. So I'm a Cancer moon. And Lucky Girl is got big time Cancer energy too. And I know a lot of you, you're Cancers and you care. You care about people. You take care of people. But when it goes wrong, there are stories about mothers where it goes horribly wrong. And this guy is horribly wrong. So anyway, I just wanted to point this out to you that this jerk, I'll read on him to see what's going to happen to him. But that's the astrology. I see both sides, but I want power, and Mommy knows best. You sick blankety blank. Jeez. Mrs. Katura says, I will not allow these vile, insane people to drive my blood pressure up. I understand. I need to walk after all this tea. I know we'll be okay. But I wanted people to understand that things show up in the astrology. It's like, oh, I see where you went bad. Happy birthday, Batty. Ace of Pentacles. It's all about the money. What's going to happen to you, jerk? Insult to injury. Yeah, you think? Just a little. Holy buckets. Knight of the far right. Sitting pretty. Well, he's fine. Really? Alaska, you're not going to do something about this. Really? This is okay with you. You're fine. You're not going to have protests or sign petitions to get rid of him or demand a special election or no, you're just going to really? Really? I don't know if he has kids, Roxanne. I was kind of afraid to look. But he has a Wikipedia page, so I'm sure it's on there. Yeah, gosh, he might get into a little trouble. Rosebud, where's Aunt Gussie today? Dear great Gussie, yes. Oh, I think even great Aunt Gussie would be swearing today. Knight of Swords. Page of Swords. King of Pentacles. King of Cups. All right. Somebody might take his seat. But for now, sitting pretty. Oh, a couple of people will complain, but oh, what a scumbag. Oh, for verily, thou art a scumbag. Okay, so I don't know. Everything after that seems, the usual, as the kids say, the usual. Man. Oh, Cheryl Clark says, I can see Russia from my house. There we go. She's all mad about that, actually. Somebody mentioned that to her recently, like in the last number of months. Someone was like, oh, that thing, that horrible, that thing about I can see Russia from my house. She said, I didn't say that. Tina Fey said that on SNL, and everyone thinks that I said that. because I believe you'd say that. Mm-hmm. And at least that's funny. Oh boy. Ricky, in the immortal words of George Harrison, my sweet lord. That is awesome. Oh man. Okay, so let's move on to the Georgia grand jury. Okay. Whew. Everything after this is, you know, what we're used to. 26 minutes in. Apparently the foreman of the Georgia grand jury, I have not seen the video yet. Sarah was telling me about it, my friend Sarah, and apparently this lady is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Oh, and she went on Newsmax. And she got into trouble. She was even reprimanded or whatever for, she specifically got up because she wanted to shake Rudy Giuliani's hand, and she did. Why? Why would you want to shake Rudy Giuliani's hand? Because she admires him. This doesn't sound good. However, she's also a talker. Hello, sweetness. Oh, you okay? Are you okay? Oh, it's just sweetness. Okay, he's moving around, so sorry, before we get into the crazy foreman lady, let's go into the land of Kitty Believe. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you get the trolley. We'll get the trolley going. Yes. Hi. How are you? How are you, precious? He's bathing. Yes, he's bathing. He's a big, soft kitty. I brush his brother every day, 2 or 3 times a day. He loves it. So I finally thought, well, it's not fair. I should get a brush for Bailey. And then I realized why I've never gotten a brush for Bailey, because he hates them. I was brushing him and he's like, okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? So anyway, he's just a sweetness. He's just a good boy. Yes, he's a soft, warm, soft kitty. Warm, soft kitty. All right, you bathe. You bathe. Have a bath. You have a bath. Good boy. The good boy. Ooh, there you go. Keep your tail warm. All right. All right. Sorry, we needed that. Now we can go back to the crazy. Yes, Ricky, and now making an appearance, the star of the show. Janet says her interview really was unsettling. Oh, I understand. But was a kitty. He is a soft kitty, and he is a sweetie lady, Eva. Janet says a baby hairbrush might be okay with him. I'll look into it. Thank you. Okay, so that's better. Whew. Okay. So 29, let's make 29 minutes. Oh, well, let's make 26 was like this 29. Okay. So the taking pity on those who are using the timestamps, the foreman of the Georgia grand jury for Trump calling Georgia and I need 11,780 votes, all that. Okay, there was a grand jury. They don't bring charges. They were created to create a report on who they believe should be charged. And then right now, Fanni Willis has taken that report and she's given it to a regular grand jury who, in theory, should come back and go, okay, indict these people. And then she'll charge them. So the original grand jury who did the report, they finished their work. And the foreman of that jury is apparently cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and has been going on and running her mouth and she's been on Newsmax, and she went out of her way to, and got reprimanded for getting up and shaking the hand of Rudy Giuliani because she admires him. Okay, so that's really kind of scary, but she's a talker. So the Georgia grand jury recommended, she's let loose, recommended indictments for more than a dozen people in the Trump probe. And when asked if Trump was among them, I believe she said, maybe. Really? So, first of all, 3 cards on this lady. I have not watched the video of her. Apparently, it's an interview with her on Newsmax. But Foreman lady, congratulations, you've had your 15 minutes of fame. And you shook Rudy Giuliani's hand. I wouldn't touch Rudy Giuliani with a barge pole. Rudy Giuliani with a barge pole, yes. Okay, yeah. She can't really turn it into a lot of money is the thing. She can probably turn it into a little money, but not a lot. 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, King of Wands. And there she is, the leader of the legal thing. What's it? The grand jury. Some were helping, some were not. She did say that some people were offered immunity right in front of them. And this is Giuliani. So this was her big moment. Really? But thank you for being on a jury. I mean, thank you for being on any jury and contributing to society in that way. But yeah, Azalea, she could sway the jury, the actual jury, trial jury, with her actions. It's not good. It isn't. Well, she lets loose some tea. Blue Eye says, I watched it. My blood boiled. Loose lips sink ships. Yeah. Ricky says, I wouldn't touch Rudy Giuliani if he was doused with holy water. Mm-hmm. Okay, she's, the foreman was this biased? Or can be shown to be this biased? Well, certainly on the right, you can definitely say the people who wrote the report were not anti-Trump. And they still recommended indictments for a dozen people. All right, so that's her. At 34 minutes, let's have a look at coming indictments. What happened to her? All right, make a note of that. Okay, so coming indictments, we hope. Yeah, Laurenchi. Yep. Still can't believe this. My mom is watching this show right now, so she's probably heard it here. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Alaska Republican state senator? No, representative. Okay. Indictments. Fanni Willis, new grand jury. Come on. Two of Swords. Yeah. Okay, these are decisions. Yes, making a charging decision. That's a card for the reading. Come on, you can do it. We're here. We're waiting. You know, it's actually quite sad. Midas Touch asked in, I think, a community post on YouTube, asked, what will you do when Trump isn't finally indicted? And people were like, I'm going to run up and down the street, singing at the top of my lungs. I'm going to do, and it was just all these extreme things. And it's like, my gosh, we really are that frustrated. We really are that fed up to have such an extreme reaction to just this jerk being indicted. That's the bad things about the state of our justice system, that we would get that excited. All right, 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. I wonder if that report was slightly biased. And that's part of what Fanni Willis is having to do with the other grand jury, is present some more information, or present information again to a charging grand jury, or whatever they're called. Well, I like that. I'm going to exhale. Yeah. You guys are talking about champagne. Look, I'm going to be happy too. I'm just saying, man, she's got work to do. I don't know why my nose is suddenly. My nose is suddenly running. What? But I think she's having to go to the regular grand jury. I think she can't just walk in with the report and go here. Betty says American courts are so slow, aren't they? Elizabeth M says basically nothing until he's convicted. That I totally understand. Man was impeached twice and not removed from office. And every reader I know said he was going to be removed. He was going to be removed at some point from office. Myself included, every reader I know. Every actual reader. I mean, there are a tiny number of Trump-supporting tarot readers who are obviously as psychic as a brick, or as sensitive as a brick, I should say. But, okay, there's the report. It's like, okay, here's the report. Here's the information. Here's the... Lori says it's been a month since they closed down the special grand jury. Maybe she's at the grand jury and we just don't know. Oh no, she's at all right. She's dealing with the regular grand jury. Oh, absolutely. There's no question about that. Knight of Cups. Okay, going in there. Moon. 7 of Wands, Ace of Wands, Knight of Swords. Ooh. Boy, some lawyers are going to be contacted. I think this is her. I think this is Fanni Willis, and I think she's bringing these indictments, these charges, and there's just in the media, in politics, it just goes kaboom. Chaos. All of his people on the defensive publicly, and then they decide to fight back, and a lot of them hire extremely expensive lawyers. Thank you, Madam Crab. I appreciate that. But kaboom. So are we Sooner or later. She said imminent, but imminent to a DA and imminent to us. These words do not mean the same thing. Sherry H says, we all saw him removed. Couldn't believe when it didn't happen. Yep. Very strange. Cheryl says that Fanni Willis knows how to proceed with RICO charges, has done it several times before. Like that. Good, good. All right. Come on, Fanni Willis. Magician. Death card. 2 of swords, 3 of swords. It's a big deal. Big deal. This is a felony, isn't it? What Trump did is a felony. And has any American president ever been charged with a felony? Agenda 47. Is that your cell block number? I don't know if he'll ever go to prison, but doesn't look good for him. All right. Okay. Yvonne was asking how Fanni Willis feels about that juror. I'll pull 3 cards, but I don't think she's going to be pleased. 41, 45. There we go. 41, 45. Ricky says, wasn't Andrew Johnson charged with the felony? I thought you said Jackson. Wasn't Andrew Jackson charged with the felony? He should have been. I don't know. Ace of Pentacles. The foreman's out for money. The forewoman is out for money. King of Wands, 9 of Swords. Well, she's worried. She's worried that this woman is, what she says could be used to influence, that I didn't get a fair trial. But on the whole, at least this woman will go away. She's only got so much to say. She's only going to get so much airtime. And what she has said, to some extent, makes it look like that, like I said, that jury, special grand jury, may even been leaning toward into the benefit of Trump and his allies. So if she comes out with indictments, okay. She's not happy, but she's just going to roll with it. Okie dokie. All right, let's have a look at the Supreme Court in Wisconsin. We've got the 2 candidates here, one of whom is so far right. I'm surprised he doesn't just walk in circles. Just right. Thank you, Moranshi. I've got a pink and gray thing in the room. 43, 45. Daniel Kelly, Trump ally and a conservative with connections to a plan to reverse the 2020 election results, will face liberal Janet. I'm not even gonna. This is. I apologize. I'm about to just destroy this name. Protasiewicz, something along those lines. Janet P. On April 4th, Daniel Kelly, Janet P. April 4th election to determine the control of the Wisconsin Supreme Court. How does it look? Daniel Kelly. Janet P. Well, the court has been very right-wing. A whole group of very, very right-wing justices. Okay. I'm afraid to look. Okay. Daniel Kelly. Tower. Four of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. That doesn't look good for him. Her cards. Knight of Cups. Okay, fighting for democratic ideals. Four of Wands. Queen of Swords. That could very well be a judge. But it's fighting against this extremism. For what it's worth, her cards look a lot better than his. Here, I've got action and I've got a Queen of Laws, Order. And here I've got legal crickets. Tower, legal crickets. Wheel of Fortune turning. Bye. So, Kathy DeLaw says Brian Taylor Cohen did a report on this and that Kelly's a criminal. Huh. Well, I like that. Yeah, see, Torino, let's hope. That's what I'm getting. So, fingers crossed. Okay. All right, it is 1:09. I still have time. It's Wednesday, so I've got a hard cutoff time today. It's one day of the week I've got a hard cutoff time. 47:30. Okay, this is a puzzler. And I don't know how deeply I want to go into it, but okay, this is a puzzle. This is one of the questions like from earlier where I'm just, but this is more, huh? Okay. Sorry, I keep hitting the microphone. Okay. A Florida lawyer. Okay, right there. Okay, but no, okay, all right. Florida man. No. A Florida lawyer argued that his pregnant inmate client, right? His lawyer client is a pregnant inmate. A Florida lawyer argued that his pregnant inmate client's fetus is being illegally detained. The attorney filed a petition that alleges the unborn child has committed no crime and should be released. Will cases like this be what helps women get their bodily autonomy back? You say it's a person. Why do you, this is why I cover the news and politics every day. It's crazy town. High priestess. That is some higher wisdom. That is thinking your way through, around. Oh yeah. Oh, and the strength card. This just fell and I got the strength card. Uh-huh. Four of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Ace of Cups. 10 of Cups. 10 of Pentacles. I don't know how well this instance is going to go, and it's not going to change everything, but this is liberals are going to make progress on this in red states with these kinds of arguments. Be careful what you wish for. Republicans, be careful what you wish for. Oh, this is not this is not the end of this. This is not the end of. Moranchi says, if I'm in prison, are all the bacteria on my body also being illegally detained? They live, don't they? What about the flies that fly? No, well, but they're saying no, but they're not saying that that bacteria is a person. They're saying a fetus is a person with rights. Really? Hasn't done anything wrong. It's being illegally detained. Oh yeah, they're gonna say, oh no, that's ridiculous. Really? You gotta work the logic in court. Magician. Here's some clever. There are going to be some clever. This isn't the last case like this. There are going to be some clever, and I mean clever lawyers. See, you have to think about this. Well, but they don't have a good argument. They're just pages. But. Over time, we are leaning more towards giving people rights, and yeah, so that's why I'm not as upset about this as I would be otherwise, because I know a lot of this stuff is going to finally end. A lot of this stupid, misogynistic, and bigoted garbage is going to end. So. Jeffrey says, I have a Pluto moon in a Cassini conjunction in my 4th house. That's not necessarily a bad thing at all. That could be a very lovely, just intense, powerful emotions. Someone who can absolutely be relied on. Someone who cares deeply. Fixed sign, good stuff. But everybody takes the energy they have in their chart and they make a decision how they're going to use that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, to be continued. All right, 53. Heaven help. 53. I keep saying I'm not going to read on her. I'm not going to read on her. But you guys ask questions, and I don't want to let you down. And she's bringing stuff up. So, okay, I'm reading on her again today. Eileen had a question. Marjorie Trader Green. And thank you for the question, Eileen. This is good. Marjorie Trader Green suggests that if Democrats move to a red state, they shouldn't be allowed to vote for 5 years. I just. Quote, you can live there and you can work there, but you don't get to bring your values. Close quote. Hannity is apparently all for this. Okay, who's shocked? Who's shocked? Do they really want this, or are they looking for sound bites? Do they want it? Well, yeah. But is there any chance on the divine's green earth it's going to happen? No. I don't know, Selma. I don't know who the woman was. My question wasn't about her, whether or not the woman deserves to be imprisoned or not. Anyway. So, according to Marjorie Trader Green and Hannity, if you are a Democrat and you move to red state, you should not be allowed to vote for 5 years. You can live here, you can work here, but you don't get to bring your values. Well, at least we have some. Queen of Swords. Oh, what a giant bully you are. Sit down. You guys know how I feel about bullies. Strength. Ace of Pentacles. King of Cups. Knight of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. There's not a chance. Not a chance. Are they just trying to get sound bites? Yes, but this doesn't. This gets them. This gets this. Okay. This falls into the no. Not public relations. No attention's bad attention. But it is, because our country is stronger than this. This is our democracy. This is Biden. We're strong. And they're throwing all kinds of stuff out there to be obnoxious. And so they can feel powerful. So is it just for a soundbite? It's not just for a soundbite. Do they really want this? Oh, heck, if they can get it, yeah. But any publicity is good publicity. Thank you, Mel. Name recognition, yeah. Sit all the way down. By the way, I'm not going to read on this because I don't know that there's any point. But at 57, I do want to bring up 57 minutes in. I guess I could pull a couple of cards, and I won't go into all the details because we've covered a lot today. But you know how the other day I read about the Supreme Court, and there were cases coming up that the Supreme Court could make major changes. There could be major changes made to the internet. But in the cards, what I was getting was this wasn't really the best case for that. But the cards themselves, I remember, and this is, by the way, sorry, back up. This is not one of those things. I am not one of those readers who's like, well, I said this would happen. Yeah, I'm not that kind of reader. I tell you when I'm right. If you ask me, I'll tell you when I was wrong. I'll tell you when I was right. I'm doing the best I can. I read on the collective energy. Nobody who does this is 100% correct, but I'm doing my best. And it's usually consensus among readers is what's most likely to happen. Anyway, but I did find it interesting that what the cards are saying was that it just kind of went on, and it was like, no, it's not. But there was like a hook at the end, like they'll come up with another case in future, or they'll do something. But I was mostly like, can you imagine like Alito and Thomas and all of these people trying to understand algorithms for search engines, for, with AI coming online as well, and all of this stuff, and how much are they really going to be able to understand? So anyway, apparently yesterday, the one of the cases came up yesterday, before, recently. Security there had to ask that there were some children there that they be taken out because they were all asleep. Apparently, it was just everybody was falling asleep. Nobody really just didn't really understand. They were asking all kinds of questions that were just, so yeah. I just wanted to, I don't know that I've got much more to add, but these children need to be removed. You think they're being loud? No, they're asleep. All of them are asleep. Ace of Cups. Oh gosh, King of Pentacles, Three of Swords. Oh, the conservatives. And there's stuff on the interwebs that's not fair. And yeah, we should do something about, but which one do we do something about? The kids had to be removed because they were all asleep. Sorry, I just got such a kick out of that. All right. That is going to do it for me for today. Thank you so much for being here. We covered a lot. All right, it is 1:23 p.m. here in Chicago. In 2 hours, I will be over on the Creative Sprints channel. And we will get through this. We will get through this. All right. The world is moving toward a higher vibration. It's slow. It's hard. But it just gets higher and higher with every kindness that's done, because there are more kindnesses done than not. They just add up over time. So you are not alone. We are in this together, and there really are good days ahead. All right, so hang in there, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Take care.